half the healthcare industry in the United States is quitting in the next 3 years. And that's a big problem because we already have a shortage. A lot of what my purpose is to try to figure out myself and what do I fit into the world. And as physicians and doctors, we're made for so much more than what the world actually sees. We have the ability to be leaders. We have the ability to guide. We have the ability to do these things. But we need to be given the tools to do these things.
Raise your hand if you want to step even more powerfully into who you truly are, and from that place, live a life that's even better, even more fulfilling, and even more impactful. Awesome. When I hit my rock bottom, I was in residency. I had just been diagnosed with an incredibly rare medical condition. And even though suddenly I became the patient, I just kept doing what I'd been doing all along, which was put everything and everyone first. You work hard and you push harder because we want to help people, right? And of course, I didn't ask for help. And I didn't ask for any time off because I could handle it until I couldn't. And one day, I ended up so depleted, so completely burned out, that I literally could not get out of bed.
If you had given me a list of words and asked me to rate myself on those words, I would put dependable 100%. Until you asked if I was doing that to myself. And then I thought, oh my God, I'm not dependable. I cheat, I lie. I'm the biggest cheater I know.
One of the most common reasons that people are distressed in some way is because they're not living in alignment. At the core, they are not living in alignment with who they are, who they want to be, and what's actually truly important to them. Because I had literally gotten so used to caring so much about what everyone else thought. The boxes that I was supposed to check off to mean that I was successful, I was so enwrapped in that, I had totally lost any sense of who I was. I didn't even know how to tune into that. What's intuition? I don't know. I don't hear anything. I just hear all these voices in my head telling me what I'm supposed to do or what I haven't done yet or what I should have done better.
One of the many wonderful intentions of this retreat is for us to slow down and focus on ourselves and be able to restore and recharge and regenerate and be able to get to the next level of whatever it is that we're seeking.
I call it radical self-care. And the definition, I created it through my own healing process, right? Of how do I describe what it is that I'm doing that's actually helping me? Is consciously and consistently providing what your mind, body, and spirit need in any given moment to truly thrive no matter what.
Deeper connections and certainly the personal transformation within the doctor's mind and heart on how to see above the results, about the SEOs, about the branding, and go to the essence of healthcare, which is what is in the doctor's heart, not just what's in the doctor's prescription pad.
For the first time in my life, I can really celebrate myself, enjoy, and I know how to get myself into that state. And if I can't do it myself, then to enlist my family and my community into helping support me do that as well. Not by asking of anything from them in particular, but rather from them being themselves, sharing their experiences and their wisdom, whether it's in conversation verbally or a lot of the times simply with no words and all the other ways in which we communicate.
We in the healthcare industry are actually the worst at it. They joke doctors are the worst patients. But it's true. And it's a sad truth, because that means we don't know how to truly take care of ourselves. We can only give as much as and serve as much as we're able to do those things for ourselves. So if we're not in integrity with ourselves, with things that we promise ourselves, even if it's as little as I'll respond to this message from someone who reached out to me, that is slowly eroding away at who you are.
One of the things that we did last year was that there was an assignment where we had to film ourselves with our cell phone. We had to look at ourselves, look in our own eyes, and say our names, say who we are, and then just stare in your own eyes for a few seconds. And that was so difficult to do because there was so much judgment. I judged the way I looked, I judged the way I spoke. It was just uncomfortable and awkward. And you know, at that time I had to redo it and refilm and edit and judge. And it was difficult. And then we did it again this year, and it was completely different. And I looked at myself in my own eyes, and all I felt was such a deep love. And right now I'm feeling it too, because I'm so proud of myself, of how much I've changed. And I know there was, you know, obviously life and everything else has happened, but there was this retreat was such an integral part of it.
Physicians like myself, doctors like myself, we're really the last generations of the old style of medicine, because AI is here and we're actually forced to change to a different style. And that's exciting and terrifying at the same time.
I would love for each and every one of you, make a promise to yourself that you can take an action that brings you 2 millimeters closer, 10% more aligned with what you just put down as what is important to you in your life.
We are not just healers of others. We are human beings learning to heal ourselves. We've seen that burnout isn't just about exhaustion, it's a disconnection from meaning, from the soul of medicine. But there's another way forward. What brings true value is the type of human we are, and that's what creates the passion for me. My purpose in life is to get people together, to remember the true value of who we are. And this is just the beginning.